welcome back to Googie's Kitchen, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name is Alexis and I post 2 videos a week on a Tuesday and a Thursday at 7 AM. So if you love recipe videos like this one and you want to see more, then please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And now I'm going to share with you my delicious spicy mushroom soup. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you my spicy mushroom soup recipe. Now this recipe is really easy to make, and I have to be honest, I'm not the biggest mushroom fan. I've never really liked them, but I decided that I wanted to give them a try again because I hadn't had them for a little while. So I thought I'd see if my taste buds had changed, and I decided to make this soup. I have to say the soup was delicious. I thought it was really nice, and I'm going to be making it again for my lunch today because that's what I really fancy, is a mushroom soup today. So while I was making it, of course, I had to share the recipe with you. So here is how to make my delicious spicy mushroom soup. To start the process, I've put a large pan and I'm going to put this on to a high heat, and I'm going to add a little bit of oil to the base of the pan. I'm just going to swirl that around just to spread it as evenly as I can across the base. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this pan to heat up. So the pan is getting nice and hot now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an onion that I've peeled, sliced and diced into the base of the pan like so. And I'm going to fry the onion now until it starts to soften. I've been frying the onions for a good few minutes and they have started to soften now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 250 grams of mushrooms that I've just roughly chopped up. In the original recipe, I think I said to use about 500 grams of mushrooms. But as I'm only making this for Tuesday, I've halved all the ingredients. So I'm only using 250 grams, and I'm also only using half an onion as well. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry these onions until these start to soften. As you can see, the mushrooms have started to soften. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some herbs and spices to this. Actually just spices for the moment. So the first thing I'm going to add is some mild chili powder. So I'm going to add about a teaspoon of mild chili powder, and I'm just going to mix that in. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of ground ginger as well. And I'm going to mix that in as well. And then I'm going to add a teaspoon of smoked paprika as well. And then I'm also going to add half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon as well to this. And these I just find add a bit of flavour to the mushrooms and make the dish really tasty. So I've fried these round now, so I'm going to remove this pan from the heat and I'm going to leave the mushrooms to cool for a while. I left the mushrooms to cool for a little while, so they're nice and cool now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend my soup together. So for this I've got about 500 mils of vegetable stock, but you could use chicken stock or you could use bone broth if you wanted to as well. You may need a little bit more liquid than that. That's all the vegetable stock I have left at the moment, so I might need to add a bit of milk to that. You can add water if you want to, if you haven't got enough vegetable stock or chicken stock to make up the soup. And now I'm going to add to that my mushrooms. So I've got all of the mushroom mixture going into the blender like so. And then I've got about 150 grams of cannellini beans that I have. They were dried cannellini beans, so I soaked them overnight and then I boiled them to death using bicarbonate of soda as well. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these to my blender as well. So I'm just going to put these in. like so. And then I'm going to add a pinch of salt and a little bit of pepper as well. I'm not serving this to my son today, so I could make it a bit more peppery, but it already has a lot of herbs and spices in it, so I'm just going to add a little bit to that. And then I'm going to blend all of these ingredients together. And because the soup is never quite that smooth enough for me, I thought I would add the coriander in right at the end, so I'm just going to add a small bunch of coriander to this as well, and I'm going to blend all of these ingredients one more time. The mushroom soup is now nice and smooth, and it's also really creamy as well, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it back into the saucepan that I cooked it in, that I cooked all the mushrooms in, and I'm going to put this onto the hob and heat it through for a little while, and then I shall serve myself some. I finished warming through the soup, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a couple of ladles and I'm going to put it into this bowl, and that, my friends, is my delicious spicy mushroom soup done. And before I go, I'm just going to try a little bit just to see what it tastes like, because it smells so good right now. For a person who doesn't like mushrooms, that is absolutely delicious. I would recommend giving it a try. That's how you make my delicious spicy mushroom soup, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, I'm off to eat this now for my lunch, and it smells so good, I can't wait. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.